Hi, I am Regal of RegalCamera.com. I am an author, a speaker, and a life coach. I empower women to activate their confidence frequency. I also help them review their life, reflect over their relationships, and connect to the person that they want to be. You can find me on social media, Facebook at Regal T. Cameron, as well as on Instagram at Regal T. Cameron. On Twitter, you can find me at Regal's Gems. I am the author of the book called I Choose Me. This is the Real Woman's Guide of how to get over it for real. This book is actually about my life, but I literally turned it into a self-help book. You can find it on Amazon for $25. Yes, $25 on Amazon. So pick up your copy as soon as you can. I know I wrote the book and I believe that it's a good book, but it really is a good book because it gives you tips and hints and ideas on how to get over your hurt, your pain, how to really live your best life, how to activate your confidence frequency, how to review, reflect, and connect, how to get over brokenness and forgive. So really pick up your copy on Amazon. Okay, $25. Okay, so tonight I have a subject that I want to talk about is called Are You Keeping It Real? And I have two ways to help you get to the real you. So I do have some more ways of doing it, but tonight I just want to focus on two of them. And the first thing I want to do before we really get into the points of what you can do to really get to yourself within the real you within you that nobody else knows, and sometimes you don't even know your own real self, um, is I like to search the meanings of words. So I looked up the word real, pretty much gave the information that I thought it was, and it is something that actually exists as a thing or an occurring fact. It is not alternative facts, okay? It's not alternative facts. Alternative facts is some crazy mess that, as y'all know, was made up during this administration, but we're not going to go there, okay? We're not going to go there, but yeah, it's not alternative facts. It is not an imagination. It is not artificial. It is something that is attainable, that you can touch, that you can feel. It is being genuine. That's what real means. And a lot of times with being real, it's hard for some people because depending on how you were brought up and the foundation that you were given as a kid will actually determine if you become your real self when you get older. Because a lot of times as grown people, we don't really realize that what we were taught, we may have been taught from somebody who had a broken foundation. So they weren't even operating in their real authentic self. So the first thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about proclaiming your rarity. You're like, proclaiming your rarity? Proclaim that you are a rarity. Yes, proclaiming your rarity. In this entire world, this whole global, that's what, I don't know how many billions of people is on the earth. I know there's some number, but there is only one you. You are rare. There is no one that is your exact replica. There's no one that you might have somebody that look like you, but they're not you. No one else has your style, has your personality, has your swag. You are a rarity. You are unique. And in your uniqueness, that's where you find your rarity. Because for me, for a long time, I was not me that I am now. I wanted to satisfy everybody else, thinking that that was going to make me happy because finally somebody was going to affirm that what I was doing was good and that was going to be my real self. Wrong. Oh, that was so wrong. Oh my God, that was so wrong. Because in the process of me trying to make everybody else happy, I was tore up to the floor up inside. So I had to get to a point to where I proclaimed my own rarity. And the beginning of me proclaiming my rarity was really accepting my name. As you know, my name is Regal. I've always known what my name meant. I've always understood that it's king, queen, prince, princess. It means royalty. But when you have a name of royalty and you don't believe that that's what you are, then you're not being real. I was not being real with myself because I didn't believe I was good enough. I didn't believe I was good enough. I didn't believe I was doing enough to make people happy. I I wasn't I was a people pleaser. But then I got to a point in my life where I said, no more. My father named me Regal for a reason. I went through some personal things. I started doing personal development over 20 years ago. And within that personal development, I had to learn how to love me first. I had to learn how to treat me the way I wanted to be treated so that I could teach people how to treat me, how to love me, because I didn't love myself. And in not loving myself, I did not proclaim my rarity. I did not know how rare I was. I didn't understand that it's only one me. I didn't understand that there was not a replica out there of me. I didn't understand that I had my own personality, my own swag. Because there were times where I would pick up the latest fad and I would do that. That didn't work. No, latest fashion, that didn't work. And then finally I was like, forget it. I'm just going to do me. And sometimes being me can be kind of boring. I just put on some jeans and a t-shirt and go. But I learned through experiences in my life and just really wanting to get to me, do me, love me, and realizing that the people who I thought loved me didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved. They might love me, but they didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved. They loved me the way they wanted to love me. Trying to control my life, trying to tell me what to do, how to live my life, what to do, what to spend money on, what man to be with, and what I should lower my standards. What the who? Lower my if you could as many times as I heard of your standards too high, your standards too low. I don't want no Bama. But it took me years to get to that point to say that. And it was because I learned of my rarity. Now the second thing that we're going to talk about is you have the power to choose. Hello. Boom. I choose me. This book right here. I chose me. Choose me. You can choose you too. And in doing that, I took back so much power in my life. Choosing yourself over everybody else. And I know that might sound crazy, but it's not. You need to choose yourself if you're married over your husband or your wife. You need to choose yourself over your children. I know that sounds bad. I was about to cuss, but I'm not. I know that sounds bad as crazy. But if you don't take care of you and you run yourself in the ground, taking care of your husband, taking care of your kids, taking care of everybody else, what happens when you get sick or even die? Them people who you leave behind gonna still live. They probably gonna hurt because you gone. They gonna cry because you gone. They gonna mourn because you gone. But what is it worth it to choose everybody else over yourself? And you run yourself ragged, doing for everybody else and not doing for yourself, not choosing for yourself, not choosing time to say, hey, I'm going to go take care of me. Y'all going to have to wait a minute. And I had to learn how to choose me. That was the biggest thing that I did, literally with my family, because for years I tried to do the thing of being engaged and almost getting married and That in itself is a whole nother story. But just it not working, because I would always pray a prayer. God, if this person is not for me, if this person is truly not for me, show me what it is that I need to see so that I know that I need to walk away. Because once you get married, if you really get married, you really believe in marriage, you really believe in the vows that you say to God at the altar, you're not making a covenant with that person that you're at the altar with. You're making a covenant with God. And I didn't want to make a covenant with God knowing that one day I might have to break it because the person that's with me is not showing me who they really are. So I made a choice. I made a choice. I'm not going to marry this fool because he cray. And he looked like he might be a little bit of abusive when see a temper and you're like, oh, no, can't do that. I don't do that because you hit me, it's going down. It's just simple as that. I'm not that chick that's just gonna sit there and let you hit me. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know about nobody else, but that's just me. But anyway, back to making choices. In your life, you have to choose to laugh instead of cry. Every once in a while, it's good to cry to get it out, to release that energy. But after you release that energy, then find something to laugh about. Find something to be joyful about. Find something to embrace that's going to raise your frequency, raise your confidence, raise the inner vibration within you to feel better. Instead of, persevere instead of quit. Praise instead of gossip. Love instead of hate, create instead of destroy. All those things are choices. There's so many different things that I could say. Like I think it's in the book of Solomon that says there's a time. Oh gosh, the scripture is leaving me. But there's a time and a place for everything. A time and a season. There it is. A time and a season. There's a time and a season for everything. So in the midst of you making your choices, time to laugh, time to cry, time to be happy, time to be sad, which I know I'm being repetitive here, but the point I'm trying to make is literally everything in your life, you can make a choice. Like I could get up right now and make a choice to go out the door, go do whatever it is I'm going to do. Or I could choose to stay right here and complete this video. At work, you have a choice to walk in the door and do your job or not. You have a choice to make decisions for yourself. There was a time in my life where I did everything in my life for other people. I went to school. I started out going to school for myself. At one point, I got to a place where I was like, man, I ain't going to finish school. This really ain't going to help me. I had my associate's degree. I was like, I'm kind of done with that. I ain't really doing that. But before my grandfather passed away, he told me he wanted me to finish school. And I promised him that I would. I'm glad that I did it. It wasn't something that was on my mind to do, but I'm glad I finished school and got my bachelor's degree. But it's things in life that you do for other people and not for yourself. It was like for years I was looking for the right man to get married to and have kids and have the traditional family with the 2.1 kids and a dog. And I'm not that chick. At this point in my life, I ain't having no babies. I am not doing a Janet Jackson. I am 50 years old. 50. You hear me? 50. I ain't doing that. I'm not popping out no babies. If someone comes along in my life and they want to, and everything falls in alignment in the universe, and for some reason I get this motherly feeling of wanting to have a kid, I'm going to adopt. If that ever happens. And that's a big if. And it's a big if on the adoption because I like my life. I like how my life is. But that's a choice. Okay? You see what I'm getting to? What's going to make you happy? Choose the things that make you happy, not anybody else. Because no one else has to answer to you when you make a mistake. No, whenever you make a choice and it's for somebody else, and that thing go wrong, you can't go back to that person and say, I did this because you told me to do it. They're going to look at you side eye like, and you did it like a fool. You have the power to choose how you want your life to be, how you want to live your life. If you want to be happy, if you want to be sad, if you want to heal, you have the power to choose. And for me, taking that power back has literally changed, transformed my entire life. Realizing that I'm a rarity and knowing that I have the power to choose my life and what I do with my life. And the reason why I do what I do, the reason why I'm a life coach is because I realize that there are so many other people out there that are hurting, that are living in their hurt and their pain, and they don't know how to get out. They're in a vicious circle of pain and anguish and pain and anguish, pain and hurt. And it's like that saying, hurt people hurt people. That's real. But when I got to a place that I didn't want to hurt anymore, and I wanted to live, I wanted to be at a higher vibration, I wanted to be more confident, I wanted to be more sure of myself. I decided to love Regal more than anybody else. You have to decide to love yourself more than anybody else because there is only one you. You are a unique being on this earth. You were one sperm cell, one egg that came together from your mother and father, fertilized, and you were born. From millions of sperm trying to get to that egg, only one made it, and it made you. Can you imagine? That is so unique, so finite of how many died because they couldn't get there because you got there first. So don't take it lightly of who you are and what you are because you are genuine. You are a rarity. You are unique. And you have the power to choose the life you want to live, the places you want to go, the things you want to do. You have the unique power within yourself to do, become, and do everything you want in your life. So as I go, I want you to take the time to maybe sit down and review your life. Okay? That's where you think about the things in your life, who's in your life, and then you go to the reflect over your relationships. What relationships are good for me? What relationships are bad for me? Is this adding to me, or is this taking away from me? And then after you've gone through that evaluation, then you want to connect to the new person. That's what I had to do. I had to connect to the new person. I literally went through therapy for about a year and a half because I wanted to dig down deep and get to the root of why I was the way I was. And once I got down to the root of it, I was able to begin to rebuild the foundation, fix the foundation, throw out some stuff, put some stuff in. I literally was able to choose what I want to believe, rebuild my thought process on how I see things. And that's what you can do for yourself. Recognize your rarity and your uniqueness because you have the power to choose to live your best life. Okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to live your best life because we only get one. So why not make it the best life you will ever live, okay? All right, so we've got some announcements here. And I have a new course that I'm going to be doing, a beta course. It's cost, the value of it is $1,297. But at this time, there's not going to be a charge for it because it's a beta course. And all I need is your feedback and testimonials. And it's going to talk about personal development. It's going to talk about things like what we talked about tonight. And this particular course is Activate Your Confidence Frequency. And we're going to talk about gratitude and meditation. And it's going to be from February 19th to the 22nd. At the bottom of this, in the description, you will get the link to fill out the 7-question survey to see if this is something that you would like to do. Okay? So if you really want to get into that personal development, start learning yourself, start changing some things about yourself that you don't like, and added some things in that you want so that you love yourself, go ahead and take this course. Okay? And then don't forget, I Choose Me, the Real Woman's Guide on How to Get Over It for Real. You can get it on Amazon for $25. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Regal T Cameron. You also can find me at Regal's Gems on Twitter. Okay? Alrighty. So I am going to go to bed now. Actually, get ready for bed and go do my thing. Go do my studies. Go do my personal development work before I lay my head down to sleep. So I thank you again for watching this video. Remember, you are a rarity. You are unique. So go ahead and live your best life. All right. See you later. Bye.